Welcome to the Anime Podcast channel. My name is Benji, and today we'll be talking about more One Piece, Chapter 1027, An Unbelievable Disaster. Now, before I get into any of the good stuff, I do want to give a little bit of a thank you. Thank you guys so much for supporting the podcast. Thank you guys for being one of the best fan bases that I could have ever asked for. You guys seriously make it so much easier to just bring out content as much as possible, and I don't know. I just really wanted to say my thanks, my absolute gratitude for you guys. You guys are awesome. With that being said, I want to get back to you guys in a little bit of a manner. I want to give you guys a little bit more of a voice within our content. So what I'm going to do is very soon I'm going to start live streaming. I'm going to try to integrate it with the Discord that we already have going. With that Discord, we'll be having public discussions. It will be modded, so not everyone will be talking at the same time. But if you have special opinions or certain things that you want to ask me, we can go ahead and talk about it on the live stream, whether that be for the One Piece chapter, the Jujutsu chapter, whatever it may be. It will be on the live stream. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the video. Starting off, One Piece Chapter 1027, An Unbelievable Disaster. Now, to start off the chapter, we get a fun little fan cover page of Goldie Roger, actually. And he's looking all buffed and ripped, just running kind of goofily. And basically, what the cover page depicts is him. He just doodled on some kind of lion's face, and he's just running from the lion. It's kind of funny and childish, but the thing that I like the most is this is more synonymous with the parallels that Luffy and Goldie Roger are more so of the same kind of person. More so this is the activities of the Pirate King. And you see how joyous Goldie Roger is. You just really love to see it. You love to see more and more of him and his backstory, his interactions with past characters, such as in Odin's flashback. But yeah, that's the cover page. All right, so moving on, we begin the chapter with Nekomamushi, and I told you guys, Peril Sparrow was about to turn into a pack. He's packed up. He's on the ground. His tongue is out. He's looking ugly. And I'm glad, because that was a bitch ass nigga. I was 100% a bitch ass nigga. After that, we get interaction between Carrot and Nekomamushi. Basically, she's hugging him, telling him that, I'm so happy you won, blah, blah, blah. Both him and Dogstorm went so long in order to beat not only Jack, but, Peril Sparrow, of course. Now, last week we did end off on a cliffhanger with Orochi that he is still alive. We don't know what's going to happen with that, but I'm pretty sure he's the next pack that we got to see. Him and Kaido. We got to see those packs. I mean, as well as Queen and King, but Orochi a bitch ass, like a big bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? So after this, we split to a cut scene of the aftermath of what happened last chapter of both Luffy and Kaido splitting the sky. And after seeing this, we get a little bit of a memorization from Yamato, where she actually can remember somewhere within Odin's journal that both Whitebeard as well as Goldie Roger were able to split the sky or split the heavens, just as what is happening right now. It kind of just shows you how Yonko, like being able to split the heavens is such an exclusive feat that only Yonkos have been able to do up to this point in the story. So after this, we see a super dope panel of both Kaido and Luffy, and they're both looking at each other, and then you can kind of see both of their faces. This is the final battle of Wano. Like, it has everything marked on it. Luffy is going up against Kaido. This is it. This is for all of the marbles. Now, people were saying that Zoro is going to fight Kaido. I'm sorry to break it to you, because it's looking like Zoro, got his hands full right now. But I'm gonna leave that for later. So at this point, Luffy yells to Yamato to get Momo out of the way, because at this time he's become really timid. He got scared again after doing what he did in last chapter, where he actually bit Kaido. But he went right back to his kid self. He's timid again, a little bit shivering. It's kind of fun. And the funny part is Momo tells him to shut his insolent tongue. This just goes back to the banter that him and Momo all consistently have. throughout the story. Both of them kind of go back and forth how, because like I said, like Momo is the rightful shogun of Wano. He's literal royalty at this point. And Luffy, Luffy doesn't care. He does what he does. You gotta like Luffy for that. So later we see Yamato climb on the back of Momo in order to give Luffy space in order for him to fight against Kaido. Now here's the thing. Yamato gets on the back of Momo. At this point, she's kind of like directing him to get away from the actual battle between Kaido and Luffy. Kaido peeps, and he's basically like, "Hey, bro, like, where y'all niggas going? I want that smoke." And after this, we get like a brief little panel of Momonosuke kind of praying to Kanamon to give him the strength to be able to leave the Skull Dome roof. Now, the thing that I really like about this is a lot of people don't necessarily take into consideration that yes, Odin is Momo's dad, but Kanamon has done his absolute best in order to make sure that his son is taken care of. He knows how dreadful it seemed once Odin was gone. So Kanamon has taken the father role in some kind of aspect, more so of an older brother role. But Kanamon has been that person for Momonosuke. So in a rush, Yamato actually clashes with Kaido while she is riding Momo. And at this point, obviously she's trying to stop the attack that Kaido is coming with. But Luffy swoops in and basically holds Kaido off and says, "Hold on." Now, the thing about it is, at first you kind of see what he's kind of talking about. But the fact of the matter is, we get this super dope interaction between Yamato as well as Luffy, where Yamato says this: I know, you want them all to yourself. And then in the translations, Luffy says, "Yama, bro." Now, hopefully that changes because he can consider Yamato a nakama, a crewman. But at this time, is Yama, bro. I'm cool with it. It's whatever. But we see this dope grin on Luffy's face because at that point in time, Luffy knows that they're on the same page. Like he wants this battle to prove not only to himself but to his crew that he can actually handle such a task. He can actually bring down one of the 4 greatest pirates within the sea, and in essence replace him. If we're really talking about, but his smile in a sense is almost very similar to that grin of Goldie Roger. And the parallel to Luffy and the late Pirate King continue to become more and more prominent with each and every arc because Luffy is coming closer and closer to reaching his goal as becoming the Pirate King, the King of the Pirates. And with the defeat of Kaido by his hands, this will become a huge step in making that happen. So moving on, while this allows Momo as well as Yamato to go ahead and escape, Momo actually learns how to overcome his fear, and he actually learns in the midst of all the chaos how to fly, or basically how to climb the sky for dragons that Kaido is able to do. And basically it's a technique called Dragon Rush. That's what it's called in the translations. Basically Dragon Rush is dragons are able to create flame clouds, and these flame clouds allow you to kind of walk on clouds while you're in the sky. It's not necessarily flying. I feel like flying is a little bit separate from what Momo is doing right now, but basically it's explained in this chapter that creating these flame clouds is how Kaido is able to lift Onigashima up from its stationary place and fly it all the way across to the flower capital. But like I said, this ties into this new development that Momo and Yamato are discovering. Considering all that is happening, it's looking like at this point in the story, we're finally starting to see Kaido slow down. All of the battles that he's had up to this point are coming to a head as of right now. Kaido to this point has been able to use his flame cloud ability as a dragon in order to lift up Onigashima and fly it over to the flower capital. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat with this. The thing about it is, with him becoming weaker and weaker with each and every battle, it's looking like his ability to actually withhold Onigashima with the flame clouds is actually becoming more and more difficult. And Yamato actually reiterates that the closer it gets to the flower capital, the more dangerous it will become, considering all of the explosives and weaponry that are within Onigashima. So basically, you see a little bit of banter between Yamato and Momo where, Yamato is trying to instill the courage for Momo to go ahead and be like, you can make these flame clouds. This is the only way we're going to be able to save the flower capital and the people of Wano. So obviously Momo is a little bit timid about this. He doesn't want to do it. And Momo kind of tells Yamato, maybe we should tell Luffy. So Yamato slaps the shit out of Momo and says this. He's willingly putting everything on his shoulders. Even though he can barely stand, how can you stop him after that? Luffy is the only one that can defeat Kaido. Telling him about this dilemma will only add to this burden. We'll have to figure this out on our own. So basically at this point, Yamato is telling Momo, we have to suck it up. Because at this point, Luffy is continuously bearing all of the weight and all of the hope of the people of Wano on his shoulders. So moving on, we cut back to the Skull Dome floor. And we get back to the battle between King and Zoro. And we get a panel of Zoro getting launched into the air. And we see King in a new form. This man looks serious right now. Zoro is then caught by Frankie. And Zoro kind of says, hey bro, like, this nigga different, bro. I don't know about this one. And Frankie is basically like, yo, you good, bro? You need any help? And Zoro's like, nah, I'm good. Zoro's not going to ask for help from, especially like Frankie. No disrespect to Frankie. But as far as like, Zoro's always been 10 toes. I want to do this by myself. I don't need nobody else. Now, the thing about this is that makes this such a compelling or a little bit... This is real dope moment for Zoro. And this is why I'll say this. Obviously, we've already got that awesome panel where Zoro was able to use Ashura against Kaido. Now, the thing about it is, to this point, I mean, obviously, excluding Kaido, no one else has posed a threat to Zoro within the post-time skip era. He's been able to one-shot Pika. He was able to one-shot the little fish octopus nigga from Fishman Island. But now at this point, we have a worthy opponent who is very, very, very strong in King, the first commander. So being able to kind of see Zoro, pitted against somebody so highly touted, who both of them have been into battle. I would say Zoro's kind of been more through it than anyone else. I mean, his whole body was mummified, so, But, like I said, with that being the case, I love to see this interaction between Zoro as well as King. I want to know more about King, because at this point, half of his mask is gone, and we're going to see, hopefully, the rest of his face. And King looks like he's not playing no games. So at this point, a lot of people fail to realize that Zoro at this point has been significantly injured, dating back all the way to the beginning of the rooftop battle. Zoro has gone through attacks from Kaido, Big Mom, as well as, getting back and fighting one of the biggest and baddest first commanders within all of the seas. This is very significant. Now, the thing about it is, I don't know necessarily what's going to happen. All I know is that we're probably going to see another Nothing Happened V2 with Zoro, where he's going to be bruised, beaten, and on the brink of death after this medicine from the minks wears off. But, like I said, I think everything's going to work out for Zoro in the end. Obviously, it's not like he's going to die or anything. Now, this is going to be a crazy prediction. I think at some point, he's going to be in so much pain, he's going to fall asleep. And then the Straw Hats are going to learn something about his father, whether that be Green Bull or not. More on that a little bit later. We're going to find out about something, and then he's not going to realize until like after he wakes up. We also get a crazy interaction where King is basically obliterating anybody in his path. He's mad. Half of his mask is off. Zoro's creating all these problems for him. And basically he's hitting ally and ops. Like he's hitting everyone. Basically some of his allies are like, yo, what are you doing, bro? Like you hit me, man. Like stop, bro. Like stop. Basically King doesn't give a so then we get this super, super dope panel of King just standing there looking all diesel. He's just radiating with Black Air Force energy. Like he ready to take everyone with him. And then right after this, King and Zoro, they go at it again. Both of them clash, and they end up making it out of the live floor Skull Dome. And I don't know if they're outside or they're within another room to battle, but basically they're not within the live floor anymore. It seems they seem to broken out of it. And then finally we finished the chapter with a super dope panel of Zoro and King. Zoro says, "You should use your sword when trying to kill me. Otherwise, I'll never forgive you." And King basically says likewise. But after that, that's the end of the chapter. There's no break next week. So we have a lot to look forward to. Whether or not we're going to see more of this Kaido and Luffy battle. I'm pretty sure we're going to get that Kaido flashback. We need that, I feel like. We definitely need that. As far as anything else, you already know me. You already know how I feel about this. We 100% need to see motherfucking Sanji go crazy on Queen. I need him to turn into the Lanarian that I know he is. He's about to go crazy with all the fire and shit. You already know. Sanji game for life. Stop playing with me. Nah, but seriously, Sanji's the man. I really want to see him do some crazy shit. Because up until, you guys know how I feel about the Robin shit that happened with Sanji. That shit was goofy. I wish that never was in, that was actual canon. But it is. At this point in time, Sanji got to make a good comeback. Now, with Zoro, I want to see, and I was talking to some of the guys on Discord. If you guys are enjoying the Discord, go ahead and join the Discord. I want to really go ahead and see whether or not Zoro is going to be able to, on command, use his Conqueror's Haki in order to defeat King. If he knows at this point that he has some kind of ability to have Conqueror's Haki and engulf it within his blades in order to cut Kaido the first time, I feel like in some way, shape, or form, as he's able to take the same tactics that Luffy is able to have in battle and be like, oh, okay, shit, I can use this? Okay, big bet. You do that, and then you use that within battle against King. I definitely 100% think he's going to murk King at some point. I hope it's a little bit, give me a couple of chapters of that. I need that, I need that. But with that being said, what do you guys think about the chapter? I want you guys to, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you guys thought. Tell me what you guys are looking forward to within later chapters. And also keep in mind, I will try to live stream very soon. Just bear with me a little bit. I gotta get some things kind of set up, but I will be trying to do that very, very soon. But with that being said, thank you so much for supporting the Geek Giant family, the Geek Giant channel. Like I said, we'll be coming up with podcast episodes pretty frequently. We're hitting a little bit of a stump, but we're gonna make sure we get on that. But I just want to say thank you guys. I love you guys, and